Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, welcome back once again. It is your girl, Ayla Mode. And I am not really feeling myself today. This is by far the latest I have ever put off filming, and it has just got me all kinds of flustered. So I figured, why try and fight this and just continue running with the energy of today and talk to you about some of the most awkward moments that I've encountered so far since transitioning. So going back before I transitioned, but I had known that I was trans. I would do some closet shopping at the mall. Of course, I wasn't really feeling comfortable enough to just pick out a bunch of dresses and go try them on in the change room. I felt really insecure about that. So I would instead go to a store clerk and tell them that I was shopping for my girlfriend. And a lot of the store clerks would get really into this idea of, wow, you must be such a gentleman, look at you doing something nice for your girl, let me help you out. And the first question would be, what size is she? Of course, I'm not shopping for any girlfriend, I'm shopping for myself. So I would say, I don't know, I think we're the same size. They would always be like, no, honey, you gotta go and text her because you can't be buying your girlfriend a gift and have it be the wrong size. So I would just pretend to type on my phone and then be like, I think her phone died, and just run. Surely they must have known something else was up, because no one concludes that someone's phone has died within 5 seconds. Jumping to more recent moments, since, being out with my name that I present as now, that you all know me by as Ayla, sometimes, when you're getting to meet new people, they'll say, hey, what is your name? And of course, I'll let them know it's Ayla. And a few times I've gotten like, oh wow, that's such a unique name. I don't know if I've heard that before. And crazy me being crazy me responds with, thanks, I made it up. I am crazy, I don't know what's up with me, but that's just an awkward moment I put myself in, because everyone could use a little trans humor, right? Now another awkward moment that I've run into is having to use my birth name and my presenting name in a workplace. A lot of the times a workplace will need my birth name so that they can pay my bills and do all the legal stuff, because I myself am still jumping through the legal hoops of getting Ayla made my legal name. But one place had decided to use my birth name on the work schedule, and when my fellow colleagues were trying to switch shifts with me and whatnot, they would often run up to me and be like, hey, I was looking for you all over the schedule and I can't find you. And I'll just have to respond with something like, yeah, I'm sorry, I guess I'm not in the system yet. A tad awkward. Or more. Now that isn't the only awkward moment I've run into in a place of employment. So I was once working in an office space, and all the washrooms are shared with your fellow employers. There are no public people coming in or out, so you know that everyone that you're sharing your washroom space with are people that you're working with. And when I was using the female restrooms, one of the first things that I noticed as a trans woman is that females tend to have a really solid stream. And mine definitely sounds a little more like a gentle trickle. And one particular day, a number of women were coming into the washroom and I felt like my trickle was becoming very apparent. So I decided perhaps I should put a little more force into this. But perhaps I put a little too much force into it, because I suddenly farted and the whole room went silent. No one made a peep. So I kind of did my business as fast as possible, got up, washed my hands, and then left. And literally no one budged or did anything until I left. Talk about awkward. Now, another awkward moment that I've run into is working with a colleague to do a project where it was sort of set up like an interview, and this colleague decided to come forth with asking me about my birth name. It just is really awkward. Don't put anyone who's trans in that position. Unless you're doing some legal forms for me or putting me on a payroll, there is no need for you to have my birth name. Now, another awkward moment that I put myself and unfortunately someone else in was when another trans person came forth to me with information, to disclose to me that they were also trans. Unfortunately, I felt very awkward because they just kind of stood there and stared, and I didn't really know how to handle the situation. So at first I was like, wow, good for you. That's amazing. I would never have known. The second those last words left my lips, I knew it was wrong. It does not feel good, and it's just not something that anyone should say to a trans person. Well, hopefully some of my awkward moments can bring a little light to your day, because Lord knows that I needed the reminder to be able to just let loose and ride the wave when awkwardness ensues. Until next time though, remember to keep your pencil sharp, but your mind sharper. Ciao.